Hi, it's Erin O'Neal for Enabled Exchange. Today I'm going to talk about the space design concept of prospect and refuge. In environmental design, there's different ways that our environment can make us feel. When you're designing a space, you want to make sure that you elicit the feelings that you want people to feel when they enter your space. Prospect and refuge is the idea that for different individuals, they feel comforted by different levels of openness or closed-inness in a space. The perfect example of prospect and refuge is a deer that's standing on the edge of a meadow. In front of the deer is an open meadow. He has the prospect. He can see if any danger is coming at him. Behind his back is the refuge of the forest. He feels safe. He's got his back against the wall and he feels like nothing can sneak up. Of course, things can come through the forest, but it's an example. So in environmental design and architecture, interior design, a lot of times this principle will be used when designing things such as restaurant booths, because everybody likes to sit in the back corner booth where they feel like they have their back against the wall, they have refuge, but they have the prospect of being able to see the door. They can see people walk in, they can see the restaurant around them, and everything is available to them, so it feels very safe. If you're sitting at a table in the middle of the restaurant with your back to the door, it feels less secure and you're probably going to not stay there as long, not order as much food. Now, if you want people to get out quickly, not giving them booths is a better idea. However, we can use these same concepts when we're designing a sensory-friendly environment for people or at schools. And some people who experience sensory difficulties, they need a lot of refuge in their space. So they'd want a dark, quiet room with like a corner that they can get in. Some, especially school children, small children, really need a safe space that is like super sheltered, like one of those little teepee things, a cave under a table. You know, small children are often creating their own space, like the cubby under the stairs is my hideout and no grown-ups allowed, and that kind of thing. So it tends to be younger children that are seeking that very large amount of refuge in their space as opposed to the openness of prospect. However, if you get to a space where you're building for older children or adults or people of any age, if you make a room that is entirely refuge feeling, it can begin to feel claustrophobic for some people. They can feel uncomfortable if there's no open area and there's no view to the door and ability to see who's entering your space. So you would never want to put your comfy beanbag chair with your back to the door, because no one is going to feel comfortable sitting there when they constantly have to look over their shoulder and wonder who might be coming in, what's coming for me. You know, it's not a very secure feeling, safe feeling position for the furniture within the room. I find this concept really interesting. So it actually even can apply to what type of environment you choose to live in, like outdoor environment, geography rather, of the space that you choose to live. So people who are raised in a desert or a prairie, they often love a lot of prospect. It's what they're used to. They want the house on the hill where you can see people coming for miles around. You put them in a forest with a lot of tall trees and they're just like, oh my goodness, the trees are closing in on me. I can't see the sky. This is very uncomfortable and I don't like it. So that can be, you know, something that they crave more prospect. Whereas people who like the woods, they like refuge and they might feel open and exposed in a house on the hill without the shelter of those trees around. Everybody likes a blend, but everybody's blend is different. So when you're designing your space and you're putting your furniture in there, make sure you think about putting some furniture in a more closed off, safe location and some furniture in a more open where they have space around them and they don't feel like they're closed in and claustrophobic by all the things that you have put in the room. Sometimes more simple is better, and keeping the space decluttered can also help people feel more at ease and help deal with the sensory issues that are why they're seeking out that space to begin with. So Prospect and Refuge, look it up if you'd like to learn more, and I can't wait to share more concepts with you about designing sensory-friendly spaces. Thank you for listening.